What is going on, guys? Welcome back to our Flame Racing Reviews. As you guys saw yesterday, it was announced that we're going to be running the Freedom 250 as an 18th race to the NTT IndyCar season in 2026. And I can first of all just say I am so hyped by this. I mean, this is huge. This is crazy. I mean, I'm so happy that we get the opportunity and the honor of racing in Washington, D.C. for America's 250th birthday. I mean, how cool is this? I mean, I get it's not on the 4th of July weekend. That would have been crazy. But it's from August 21st to August 23rd is when we're racing, which is just phenomenal. We're going around Washington, D.C. We do not know the track yet, which we'll get into that. So obviously, my initial thoughts is I'm super happy. I'm super excited. I mean, it's a great opportunity for IndyCar. In this video, we're going to hear about what Graham Rahal has to say about it, what President Trump has to say about it, what Roger Penske has to say about it, and my thoughts, my feels on it. There's a lot of positive. There's a lot of good. Obviously, on the positive side, there's a lot of short-term gain from this. I mean, could this race rival with the Indy 500? President Trump signed an executive order to have this race happen. We have 6 months to get this race built. I think it is. I think like 70% of the race is going to be free for the grandstand. So I know it's going to be packed. It's going to be sold out. It's going to look great on TV. And you know, if President Trump signed an executive order to have this race is going to be all over commercials. They're going to televise the heck out of this race. And I can't wait to see what they do in terms of promotion for the race. I've heard people say minimum this is going to get 5 million TV number. I could see it even. I mean, is 10 crazy? I mean, when you look at the NTT IndyCar season schedule now, I think Fox has done such a great job with the schedule. You start off with a triple header and like a weekend off, then you go into Barber, and then you have a few weekends off, Indy Open Test, and then you head to Long Beach, and then you kind of have 2 weeks off. Then you go into the GP. Then you have the Indy 500, and then you have the summer schedule. One of those races, Fox hosts the World Cup, Fox hosts the World Cup final, and then we go straight into Nashville, which is going to be so sweet. And then you take a little break, but then the last 5 weeks of the season, we're racing every weekend, and we go from this amazing Freedom 250 race, which has happened, and then you head into a doubleheader in Milwaukee, and then you head into Laguna. It's a great end of the season. And especially if a certain driver named Alex Palou isn't running away with the championship, I think it's going to be great. You have a great calendar now. You have 6 ovals, 6 road courses, and 6 street circuits. Can't beat that. A nice little 6, 6, and 6 combo, which, hey, I mean, I think that's what we needed. I think it's pretty cool. We're getting closer to that 20 mark. An 18th race, we're getting closer to 20. And that's a positive for the direction of this race. I think we get a lot of short-term game out of it. Now, the only thing that sucks is there's only 2 things that sucks about this race. Obviously, now I've talked for 3 minutes and 21 seconds about how this race is positive and how this race is amazing and everything about this is tremendous. So there's 2 negatives, and we're going to talk about the negatives, and then we're going to hear from Roger Penske, President Trump, and Graham Rahal. So the 2 negatives would have to be is we believe it's a 1-year deal. We don't think there's going to be a Freedom 250 for the 251st birthday or anything like that, which it sucks going in that we believe it's a 1-year deal. This part of the country needed the race. You know, if we don't get a race there next year, is that maybe we'll remove Denver, or is that maybe Seattle? We could get a race in Washington. I don't know. I don't really know the details, but this part of the country obviously needed a race. So with that being said, I'm happy that it got a race, but it's only 1 year. So for those people who are always complaining that there's no racing out there, now you better go. This race better look good on TV. Don't embarrass us and only have 50% of those grandstands sold, because that would be really embarrassing. Let's not get embarrassed and have a bad TV number here. You know, President Trump has signed an executive order to have this race happen. So they're expecting big things. IndyCar, we can be big. We can be cool. Let's make this look cool. Like, IndyCar feels cool again with this. Let's not disappoint with it's only 1 year. Why would I go? Oh, I don't like President Trump. I'm not going. I'm not watching. Who cares? Like, get a life. This is a great opportunity for IndyCar. If you are really an IndyCar fan, You will watch this race. You will go to it if you can. I mean, I would love to go to it, but unfortunately, my freshman year of college, I think, starts pretty much that weekend. So I don't know if it's going to be feasible for me to go to this race. But if I could, I would. And if the opportunity presents itself and it makes sense, I will be there. It's going to be so cool. So the first thing is it's got to look cool, and it's only a 1-year deal. That's kind of the first, like, I guess there's really three. It's got to look cool. If it doesn't look cool, and it's only a 1-year deal. Like, that's rough. And the second thing is we don't have a track layout yet. So we don't even really know who's going to be making the track yet. So that's a problem. We believe some people from IndyCar, some people from the government is going to be making the track. That's kind of scary to me. So I'll be really interested to see where the track is. We know it's going to be in downtown Washington, which is going to be so cool. I mean, we're going to see so much of our nation's history through this track. They're just going to have to build it right. And normally when a street circuit has 2 to 3 years of preparation, like, okay, like, we're going to be racing here in 2 years. Normally, those races are a bunch of crapshoots anyway. Like, those races never go smooth, ever. Like, you remember Nashville? We had like a year or two of preparation, and that first 3 years was a crapshoot. So the fact that we have 6 months is a head scratcher. We don't know the track. That's going to get announced in 2 weeks. I'll probably make a video breaking down the track. Like, that really worries me. I'm not going to lie. Like, we need more preparation, obviously, but we're not going to get preparation. I guess it is what it is at this point. But the preparation would be nice. My whole thing is, if this race goes smooth, no problems, it's the biggest miracle ever. It is legit the biggest miracle ever if this race goes smoothly without any problems. Now, I'm saying there can be problems and it still looks great. Who cares if 5 cars finish the race? Honestly, for the random people, for your random Billy Bob Joe who's going to tune in and has never seen an IndyCar race, maybe he's watched the 500 a couple of times, he probably wants to see a bunch of crashes. That's entertaining to him. He's probably a NASCAR fan. He enjoys that kind of racing. So maybe it is a good thing if it's a complete crap show and only 5 cars finish the race and Santino Ferrucci and his American flag car wins. That would be great. I mean, honestly, for celebrating a 250, I hope Santino Ferrucci wins. I might be the biggest Santino Ferrucci fanboy if that American flag car, which looks so great and so patriotic, I love that car. Favorite livery probably every year, unless there's a really special one. That car is so sweet. If he wins, that'd be great. But who knows? I think the race is probably going to be a crapshoot. I think the drivers are going to be nervous. We'll just have to see. But like what I said, if the racing product is just a bunch of crashing, that's honestly probably okay. Honestly, it's probably okay. Now, let's hear from today's sponsor, Keepsakers. Keepsakers makes the best and unique IndyCar t-shirts available. I'm rocking the party shirt because it's a party that we are going to downtown Washington in our nation's capital for an IndyCar race. And you can check them out at that race weekend. And you can also check them out at keepsakers.com. They're at any IndyCar race weekend, or go to their website. You got to check them out so you can have the best IndyCar swag heading into the 2026 season. So with that being said, let's hear from Graham Rahal.
Perfect guy to ask about the latest rumor about going to Washington, D.C. How badass do you think that could be?
Extremely. I mean, we all follow each other on social media. I know the way some of you guys go, but it's a massive opportunity for IndyCar, and it's a bit shameful. Like, sometimes when I read comments on social media in response to some of your guys' posts, not that you guys are directing, but you read these, oh, well, then that's the one race I'm not going to watch a year. I mean, get a life. Get a life. If you really are an IndyCar fan, this is a huge opportunity that's been given to us. Hasn't been given to NASCAR. Wasn't given to Formula One. It's given to IndyCar. Now, obviously, I'm a patriotic guy. So for me, no matter who's in the White House, I don't care who it is. If we got to go race in Washington, it'd be awesome, particularly in the National Mall. I mean, one of my favorite things to do is to go to the National Mall and walk around at night and see what it's all about and understand history. Good or bad, understand history, see what it's all about. And so for us to go, get the opportunity, if it happens, to race in Washington, I think is a damn good deal. And 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 it's a big time of year. We have a lot of potential sponsors that are looking at the sport right now, and they're really all rallying around the 250, the anniversary and what that can do for them. And particularly our sponsor is very patriotic, right? I mean, traditionally you guys all know that. So it's a big time for us. And if that race happens, I think it's a great opportunity for our team in particular to lure in some more partners and things like that. So let's see what happens. But I think for IndyCar racing, we've all been talking for all these years about getting opportunities to do street races and go to new venues and well, it's all laid out there on a grand stage. And I think it'd be great for the sport. So, let's see what happens. I mean, who knows if this is going to actually take shape, but see.
So I just first want to say I completely agree with what Graham Rahal said. I think it's good. It's a great opportunity that's been given to us. It wasn't given to Formula One. They're European, so why would you give it to them? It wasn't given to NASCAR. I'm shocked it wasn't given to NASCAR. I think what's helped IndyCar here is Roger Penske and Donald Trump are pretty good friends. You hear it in interviews when he gives him an award. It sounds like they're pretty good friends. They've known each other for a long time. As it sounds. So we believe they're good friends, and I think that's what helped them. Obviously, Roger Penske wanted President Trump to come to the Indy 500 last year. That didn't work out. But we're talking about Graham here, and Graham made a great point. It's a great opportunity that's been given the sport, and I think the sport will hopefully deliver on it. And now let's hear from Roger Penske and President Trump.
So I have some incredible people, and this is a very exciting thing that we're doing, and it was fast. They wanted to do it. I understand they've been here hundreds of times over the years trying to do it, and they're going to give you a little bit of history. Roger Penske, everybody knows, he's a legend in many different things, but certainly in racing. He's won the Indianapolis 500 20 times. On the 18th time, I said, he's been a friend of mine for a long time, but on the 18th time I said, I think I'm going to give him the Presidential Medal of Freedom because how do you do that? Japan, Germany, Roger, right? Everybody, they want to win the Indy 500. Right. They spend billions of dollars getting a car. This guy wins it like every year. He won it so many times that he ended up buying the track. So now he owns a track. He owns the race. It's pretty good. Now he's won it though. He won it 2 times since he got it, and it's a total of 20. And didn't you win the Daytona 500?
Yes.
How many times?
4 times.
That's all? That's terrible. I can't believe it. Anyway, if you win it once, it's like great. The guy's amazing. He's a genius, and a real genius at cars and racing. And they are going to put up something that's really amazing. It's really having to do with our great 250th birthday, where we're having so many wonderful things. UFC is coming, as you know, in front of the White House with a building literally a stadium. We're going to have over 100,000 people. And this is going to have a lot of people. I won't even say how many people because I think it can set a record for racing. It's going to be very, very important. We're celebrating Greatness with American Motor Racing. That's going to be the name of the event. It's going to take place on August 21st through the 23rd. And it's going to be so exciting. And I love the racing. I don't have a lot of time to watch it, but I love the racing. A great man. I've known him for a tremendously long time. I refuse to say how. We were both young. Now we're both a little older. We refuse to say old, but we're a little older. But Roger Penske is the chairman, as you know, of Penske Corporation. He's got everything you can imagine, mostly, I think, to do with automotive. And I'd like to ask him to say a few words about the event because this is going to be, they're putting everything behind it, and I think it's going to be really exciting. Roger, please.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. This is a really amazing time for us as a company to support the 250th anniversary for the country. And there's no better way for us to bring automotive and speed into the D.C. area and to have the opportunity to be able to compete here with our Indy cars. As you know, we own the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and we're taking that history of over 100 years and the speed and what's taken place there with the different manufacturers and bringing it here to this race will be amazing. Certainly the Freedom 250, when you think about it, it's just a byproduct of what the president has done during this year. And this will be an event, obviously, in August, which will make a huge difference. And we're excited. The area for people to see. Most of the grounds will be free. So it's going to be an economic benefit to the area, to the city, and obviously with our Fox partner, Eric Shanks, will be our media partner. And believe me, what they did for us at Indy this past year, they're going to take that and put it on steroids, really, and take it to the next level. So thank you, Mr. President, for allowing us to come into your city.
That's so great, Roger.
Thank you.
Great man.
So obviously both Roger Penske and President Trump are very excited about this opportunity, and who wouldn't be very excited? It's just really good to see that we have a lot of people excited about this. The most important person in our country is excited about it and made this race happen, and I believe the government's paying for it. So I would think so, because you can't, with these teams and Fox, they've budgeted for 17 races. You can't add an 18th race literally a month before the season. So I assume the government's paying for it. We don't really 100% know. But as you can tell, I'm excited. President Trump, Roger Penske, everyone in IndyCar is excited about it. Maybe except Prema. But that's okay. They don't have any money. So we're all excited about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And with that being said, see ya.